Hey guys, welcome back to Seriously Though with Elizabeth. Seriously Though with Elizabeth. Eh, eh, eh. Oh, okay. So I'm really glad to have you guys back. We're just going to dive right in because this is a part two of a two-part series of negotiables versus non-negotiables. Negotiables versus non-negotiables when it comes to relationships. And I need you guys to know that apart from romantic relationships, we should also try and apply these to even friendships because some of y'all be I don't know, befriending people that will make you drop your standards. So make sure that you apply it to even friendships. But this is mainly for relationships, romantic relationships. If you are at that point, if you are not at that point, don't worry. We'll still have time to talk about, whatever we need to talk about and how to handle your life and signs that show that you are not ready for a relationship. But this is for you to know the things that will get you to that point where you feel like, okay, I'm ready, right? Right. And in case you've forgotten, just in case, I just let me remind you, do not forget to subscribe if you haven't. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. Like I said, this is a two-part series. You are currently watching the part two of a two-part series. So you can always go back and watch part one and leave your thoughts there and come back to continue part two and, subscribe and all. I am so, so glad that you found my page and you found, this space, my little corner of the internet. Really happy to have you guys here. So, seriously though, let's get into this. What are negotiables? Things you can't overlook. So, I know I am not the only person who has literally met someone and without even getting to know them off the bat because they are not 6 foot something. We just say, "Mm, absolutely not. Cannot be my type. I can't be with this person because they did not reach a certain feat. Or, for guys, because something is not bouncing at their back. I did not say what it is, but because the thing is not bouncing. Because when she takes step, you don't hear gadum. If she take another step, you don't hear gadum. You say absolutely not. You cannot be with this person. To a certain extent, we're all guilty of this. We all have something. It doesn't have to be exactly what I said, but we all have something that we've kind of classified as non-negotiables for us, which to a certain extent, I'll tell you it's okay because yes, you should be attracted to whoever it is that you want to, spend the rest of your life with, but it should not fall under the class of important or the most important factors that would determine whether you're going to be with someone or not. It should not. These are things that should be negotiable. These are things that you should put as what I can overlook because I want to tell you something, guys. Girls, I'm talking to everyone in general. No matter what it is in this life, you will never find someone that would tick every box. Never. You will never find someone that would be perfect. I know that sometimes in the beginning phase of relationship, you can go through the whole like dopamine and everything, thinking the person is perfect until you get to know the person and realize they are not. Or even physically, maybe they've checked out all your boxes physically, but then you now start a relationship with the person and realize scoring day. I'm just trying to say that with some things in life, there should be things that are non-negotiable, especially like I said, if you are someone who has started applying these things. And a lot of times, non-negotiables are things that can be controlled. That is why they are non-negotiable because you have capacity to work on it and do well at it. And negotiables are things that can't be controlled. A guy cannot control his height. What do you want a young man to do? What do you want him to do? He can't control his height, and a lady can't control whether, she pumps up her behind, her brum. She can't control that. So, hello, these are things that people can't control. And in case something is entering your head and you're saying BBL and all that, you know what I mean by control and not control. We are not even advising you to go and do BBL. And we're not advising you to do knee surgery because I'm seeing guys going to parts of the world to break their leg and put rod or something inside so that they'll be taller. Please don't do that to yourself. Don't go under the knife because you are trying to look like certain people's spec, or maybe because that look is what's trending in our generation. You need to understand that these are things that you were born with, and because you were born like that, um, you have every right to love that thing you were born to be. Like if you were born that way, you need to teach yourself what you have power over is how you decide to see yourself. So you need to teach yourself to see yourself as beautifully and wonderfully made. If you do not have a serious medical condition, do not tamper with your body. I'm a strong believer in that. If you are not, in a position where it's uncomfortable or it's just hindering daily life, it doesn't have to be that you are sick. Sometimes it can just be a slight inconvenience or deformity that you want to work on. That's cool. Your wisdom teeth is aching and is obstructing, pull it out. Awesome. Things like that. You lost some weight and you need to remove excess skin. Things like that. Very, very reasonable. But if it's that you are healthy, nothing is wrong with you, please do not go breaking your bones so that you can stretch yourself out to be 5 inches taller. That you have permanently caused damage to your body unnecessarily. That was not necessary, because I promise you, if you are someone who works on your non-negotiables and you meet another person who understands non-negotiables, then you have found the perfect, like, do you understand, like you are in a good position to really start loving yourself and have someone love you the way you are. There is somebody out there for you. Believe me, you do not have to break your bones or pump your bum. Okay, so today's acronyms are FFP or PFF or P, oh no, or FPF. However you want to put it, but just know that I want to talk about fashion, physique, and favorites. I'll explain. So fashion, basically how they look. I need you guys to understand something. You can change someone's shoes. You can change someone's shirt. You can change their hairstyle. It's okay. Do not overthink outfits. Now, let me tell you guys something. I remember when I was in university, right? There was this guy that, sincerely speaking, he was not necessarily my spec, like physically. You can have spec, oh, please. I need you guys to know this. Okay, like in the beginning, I said it's very important to be attracted to whoever is going to be your partner. So I was like, this guy is not necessarily my spec. But guess why I started considering him? Because he could dress well. As in, he dressed so well, so his packaging was top notch. And then what influenced how I started seeing it was not just because, oh, suddenly I saw him dressing well and I considered him, was because I had a friend that was like, oh my god, so and so is like texting you, because the guy was like sending me DMs and I was like, this boy is texting you. She was like, oh my god, that guy can dress. And as soon as I heard that, like, so this guy, he's impressive because he can dress. Okay. Your girl started considering just because he could dress. So I'm just trying to say that I'm not disputing packaging. Your packaging is important. Please invest in how you look, invest in packaging. Because some of y'all be stepping out of the house looking like, oh my God. I mean, it's not 247 that you must look like wisdom. If you know, you know. But I mean, I just mean in the sense that sometimes you'll be stepping out a bit too, and I mean stepping out for important things, or not like going to market. Sincerely speaking, I know some of you will say, "Oh, I'm going to market. Even if I go to market, I must slay." Me, I must not slay. Different people, different type of personalities. I don't want them billing me like a thief because I look nice. If I'm going to go to the market, I'm going to dress, more comfortable and more like underdressed, basically. But just package, whether it's how you style your hair, or the outfit you put on, how you smell, is so important, because people do off the bat get attracted to these things. And most times you notice that whatever it is that people are initially attracted to, like, these are important things, but these are not things that should ever fall under non-negotiables, because you can always repackage. If you need to buy deodorant and perfume for a person, you can, things like that. You can give advice. So most times the things that will even discourage you from is, and make a non-negotiable, is if the person has bad habits. There's a difference. So if the person has bad taste in things, is very different from a person having bad habits. Bad taste can be the kind of shirt he wears, nobody wears that anymore. But for some reason, that's the taste he has. It's like, oh, I think the shirt is cool. If you don't think it's cool, you can be buying him gifts. You can be buying her gifts. You like seeing her in pink instead of just black. You can start buying her black tops. Me, I believe in it. Like I said, you're not dating somebody that you hate. So I don't know why people don't like doing good things for people unless they have something they want to collect from them. Now, if you are someone that you see yourself only wanting to like invest in another person in hopes that you get something back, please leave that person, because you don't actually love that person. You are a leech, and you are a manipulative person. Nobody, if you truly love a person, you shouldn't be doing things because you want to get back. And most times, you know what I mean by get back. That's wrong. So I'm just trying to say that because you like a person or you really love a person, it shouldn't be much to you to say, oh, a black top. I mentioned it in part one that for me, one of the things that financial reasons, a non-negotiable on my part I gave myself was that I want to be at a point where I can do that kind of thing, where if I don't like my man's outfit, I have enough money to change it. If I can't afford to change an outfit, what am I doing dating, even as a woman? I'm sorry. So this is, like I said, bad taste. It has bad taste. You can work on it. But if he has bad habits, now bad habits just basically means that he's someone that doesn't like to take feedback. Babe, or whatever, maybe it's not your baby yet or whatever, like, guy, how far? Like, are you sure you will not try and be talking in a bit? Please, 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 this is who I am. I don't want his. So I'm not saying, basically, habit. He has a habit of backlash or being defensive, or she, just know I'm talking from both ends. She has a habit of always cutting you off and not wanting to take feedback from you at all. That's a bad habit. You might not be able to really work on their taste because their habit is in the way. So you can definitely put habits. That's why we talked about the 5 Fs, because 5 Fs are things that will help you work on yourself so that your habits are good. So if you notice that this person has a very bad habit, just know that they're probably not working on their own non-negotiables. So for negotiables, let make sure that it is bad taste you are dealing with, not bad habits. So if it's like fashion sense and all, you can always change things like that. Bad habits can just be they don't find brushing every day fun. Who has the energy to start teaching a person how to brush? I don't want to have to deal with your smelly mouth. Go and work on it. That's a bad habit. You have a habit of skipping brushing. Ew. So that's not what I'm talking about. Bad taste is maybe they use a toothpaste that is not helping. They have like this toothpaste is not good. They have bad taste in toothpaste. So you can change their toothpaste. That's different. So look at the fashion and understand that fashion is something that is negotiable. You can always negotiate taste, not habits. Secondly, physique. Let's talk about physique. I know physique is PH, but I was so sad I was PH. I was like, but it sounds like F, but it's part of it. Don't come off, will I say, canceling a person just because of a physique. So let's put it this way. It will shock you how I mentioned it earlier, maybe, oh, her ass is not big enough. That's so dumb. Or he's not tall enough, or he's not dark enough, or she's not light enough. I know attraction matters, but sometimes this is not a matter of attraction. It's because you are over emphasizing their physical features, and it can be, just take it down a notch. So physical features, like I said, they do add to how you are attracted to someone, but they should be very low on the list of reasons why you should agree or accept to be with a person, because there are some people that are beautifully packaged. What's the word? Witches. Yeah, they are packaged well. Chocolates that wraps poison. So if you just focus on the fact that, oh, this person, your nose is not like this, or me, I like the eyelash to be flying, or I want, don't overemphasize those things. You need to find what you like about a person, be attracted to a person, but you cannot use, oh, because I don't know, his cheekbone is not strong enough, so I don't want him, or his beard, he did not grow full beard. Like, come on now, the guy is amazing, but because he's not beard gang. Physique is something that should be a negotiable. You should be able to say, I like guys with beards, but you know what, this guy's amazing, and it's not a problem. I just realized that. And it should shock you that when you now highlight the non-negotiables, the person even becomes attractive. Without the baby, you're attracted to this guy. And it goes the same for women, like men towards women. You can't be saying, oh, she's not thick enough, she's not light enough, I want her to be fair. So stupid. Like, you highlight the important things and you realize that, oh, these little things that I am nitpicking on are not the fundamentals that I should be focusing on. So I hope you understand what I mean by physique. Physique should be something that you should negotiate. If you get to a point where it's not doing it for you, especially maybe you find other reasons why not to be with the person, all these non-negotiables are non-negotiables. They are not by force. It's something you can negotiate. So this is negotiating. You can with yourself. Yeah, I should. And you have to have negotiables because you are not perfect and someone is overlooking things on your end. So practice grace for other people because you need grace as well. And then lastly, favorites. I'm sure favorites sounds weird. Like, what do you mean by favorites? Favorites are just things that they like. Saying you will not be with someone, making something like, oh, this person really likes football, or this person is a Man U fan. That means I cannot be with them. Now, you cannot make that a non-negotiable. Those are negotiable things. Oh, this person, has interest in this. Their fave is this person. Oh, they really like this thing. They really like swallow. For some reason, they only morning swallow, you have to know swallow, evening swallow, like they're obsessed with swallow. Those are you can overlook it. It's not your stomach. The person likes it. The person likes it. These are things that are negotiable. I know this guy. I know this girl really likes this thing. Let me give you an example. I really like anime, and the person I'm with really does not like anime. It remains my for put them inside non-negotiable. But these are negotiable things because it's to shock you that when you have things that you really like and maybe the person you're with doesn't even have any interest in it, over time you guys have something from each other to share. So I'm not saying that you people are two different people who have absolutely nothing in common. I did not say that. I'm just saying that you must not have everything in common. You must not like the same things. It must not be that everything I like, you must like too. That's not how it works. You can be willing to share what you are passionate about and be willing to accept or look into the life that they are passionate about too. I'm talking about legal, like healthy stuff. Oh. Not that someone will come and tell you they're passionate about, I don't know, smoking. And I'll come and say, I do not send anybody 9 months there. I'm just talking about normal, like healthy things. Like, oh, I like sports. I like this. Like personally, I really like being active, maybe playing sports, and I really like watching anime, and I really like storytelling and stuff like that. I like conversations. And the person I'm with might not necessarily that might not necessarily be his favorite things to do. He might be more interested in like playing games or more interested in like taking walks, whatever it is. We should just be open to sharing our interests. So their favorites, what are the things that they really like? You cannot just base off that, oh, because they like these things, I'm not interested in this guy. It should be negotiable. Basically. So now I need you guys to understand something. I said it before and I'll say it again. Negotiable things do not mean you must be with the person because the reason is negotiable. Negotiating just means that you're trying to see whether you will agree or not. So if you still don't agree because of maybe their physique or their favorite or their fashion, whatever it is fine. You can still step away. It's okay. You're not under bondage. It's not a cult. It's a relationship. But non-negotiables are things that you should look out and say, I cannot bargain of these things. There are some things you should not be bargaining of. They are slapping you, you are bargaining. But he used to buy me chewing gum. So there are some things that you see off the bat should be heck no. All right, it was really nice talking to you guys. I enjoyed every single second of it. And I really do hope that you understood what I was trying to, say. And you can apply it to your life. Don't forget that everything I'm saying first is something that you should find in you before you, go out looking for it in different people. Because, it's only fair and it's only beautiful when two balanced people come together. It doesn't work if one is slacking. It don't matter what it is, no matter how strong that person is or how strong you think you are, at some point you might crack. So put in the effort to make sure that you are where you want to be or you are who you hope to be with, basically. And as you are doing that, also learn how to give yourself grace and mercy. Nobody's asking for perfection. You are a human being, so there must be room for grace. Just the same way creating room for grace for yourself will teach you how to create room for grace for the third party that is going to be involved with you. Sure, you get. We have to practice all these things. Be happy, smile, laugh. Being intentional with your life does not mean you are no longer going to be a happy person. It's a myth. It's a lie. You can have the best time and still be very intentional with every decision that you are making for yourself. It was really fun spending this time with you. Please don't forget to share this with your friends and leave your thoughts in the comment section. I always love listening to what you have to say. I'll see you guys later. Bye.